Greetings, greetings. This sunny day is 3:05. We're in the building. What it is, what it do. It's always an honor to come on and first and foremost is always raise God up. You know, because God is the cause of it all. He's the beginning of it all. He's the ending of it all. He's the Alpha. He's the Omega. He's the everything. So we always want to start off, raise him up, thanking him for everything. So we want to just come on a little briefly. We want to talk about message to our people. And it's one thing to know something, but to execute what we know is something altogether different. So we talk about, how we have other people coming into our neighborhoods, changing the atmosphere, so to speak, in those areas and neighborhoods that were predominantly occupied by us. Now we find it being occupied with our brown-skinned brothers and sisters. Most of them we call Cubans, but most of them are not Cubans. They are Nicaraguans and different shades of our people, because they are our people too. And so some of us have issues with that, wondering why things are changing. We often talk about how other people come up, how other people come into our community. They seem to thrive and they seem to grow. And so we had begin first, talking about, our Haitian brothers and sisters. We have known for over 30 or 40 years that our Haitian brothers and sisters, they shop what they own. They buy from their own. They have relationships with their own. They have their own community. And they have love for one another. We've also seen our brown-skinned brothers come into the community. We noticed that a lot of them live in one house together, a lot of them. And then slowly but surely we see them moving out, branching off on their own one by one. But all of them started off living in one house together. And so living in a community, we saw that and we recognize it and we articulate it, However, we don't operate, we don't take plays from their playbook and implement them in our lives. What would it look like if, say for instance, one of the family members were paying mortgage on a home And as we know, a home is not an investment. It's a safe place. It's a nice place to have, but it's not an investment unless it's bringing in some money, right? So a lot of people, they're going into real estate. They're buying homes. And they're breaking the rooms down. They're renting each room out and making that property an investment. So what if those of us that are paying mortgage on a home and looking at how the Cubans do it or the Nicaraguans do it or whatever rate, whatever nationality they are, looking at them, seeing them living 8 in a house. So say if the mortgage on their home was $2,000 and everybody in the house works, you know, and maybe you might have one person that live in the house that don't work, but that person that don't work, that might be the person that drive the transportation. So that person, they might have one car. They may have 6 people that work or 5 people that work that have a steady income and have a job. And the one person that don't work, their job is to take the vehicle and drive and take everybody to and from work. That's their job. So now you have a household, you don't need 5 cars paying all the gas. You got one person and their job is to make sure that everybody get to and from work. And so it's all a sacrifice. So a couple of people might need to be to work at the same time. But they work it out because it's a sacrifice. They work it out. So one of them might have to go to work an hour early, so that the person that doing transport, he could drop everybody off and pick everybody up, he or she, right? And so say for instance, if the mortgage is $2,000, so instead of one person paying the $2,000, you got 5 people paying $2,000. And then you divide that up. And so all the money that each individual would have been paying, because rent is high in Miami. And so even if that person was paying $600 a month, it's better than $1,500 or $2,000 a month. And so that money can be saved. And then the person that owned the property, they also save too. So everybody save. It's a sacrifice. And everybody put their money in the pot. And then once enough money be saved up, you start seeing them, they'll move out. And then another one will move out. Then another one will move out. And then you'll see a whole nother set of people coming in doing the same thing. What will happen instead of us knowing that's what they're doing and coming up and successful? What if we say, hey, you know what? What if I do the same thing? And what if we have an idea to open up a business with the extra surplus of money that we're going to have? Whether it be a Airbnb, whether it be Turo, whether it be whatever kind of business, we would be able to save and accumulate money to start a business. And the more we do it, and the more we work in the business, and the more we can flip the money, we can open up more business. And and doing it that way, that means all of us are benefiting, and we could grow as a people. That's the difference between the so-called African American Negro. You know, we have been beat down so bad in this community, and I understand. But at some point, we got to do better, because open hands is only strong when you bring them together and make a fist. A fist is stronger than an open hand. And we could do more together than we could do by ourselves. And so those are the things we have to think about as a people. We have to think about how we could come together and how we could come up, because, life is not just about going to work, coming home, sleeping and eating, going out to dinner every now and then, and doing the same thing over and over again. Life is not just about constant work. And so we have to figure this thing out. And not only that, we have to figure it out, we have to execute. We've been seeing these things happen for all our life, over 30, 40 years, how other people come together and come up and have businesses and are successful. So this sunny day, 305 degrees, I just wanted to come on with a message to our people, part 1. And we need to think about, what can we do as a collective to build something for ourselves, to come together and do things together to make the load more lighter, so that we could progress in life more quicker. Hey man, this sunny day, 305 degrees, with a message to our people, part 1. Live your best and your absolute blessed life. Peace.